Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for the week of July 27th. So this week, I'd have to say to you to make sure to focus on the good things that are happening to you. Even if you don't think there are good things happening to you, I think you are in a much better place than you have been for some time. And I think, even if you don't think you are, I think if you look at the things that are happening under the surface, you'll see how you're in a much better place and you'll start to feel better. But this week really asks you to focus on the positive things that are happening to you because the past is behind you. But first card you have is the Eight of Clubs. This card very rarely shows up. It never shows up. It's very rare. It represents intuition, using your intuition, using your brain this week to reach a level of success. Like I said, it's super rare to get. It never shows up. But it says use that exchange of energy, use your intuition to get what you want this week, no matter what it is. Money, love, whatever it is, use your intuition this week. It's going to be a very intuitive, very mental week for Pisces, I think. It's interesting. It's a card that is, it does bring with it a lot of success, but it asks you to not be so just single-minded. Single-minded isn't the right word. It asks you to kind of open up your mind and think of other ways that you can be successful this week. You have the Eight of Spades coming in, which I think is making you lean towards the negative, to think towards the negative. It is a card of working very hard. I think it'll make you work very hard this week, which will lead to a lot more success coming in. It's interesting that you have the two eights here. But let's keep going here. Next, you have the Five of Spades, which again is about worrying about the little things, about worrying that something isn't going to happen. I think it is a card that asks you to, again, focus on the good stuff, because you have a lot of good stuff coming in here. So, I think maybe last week was a little bit funky, maybe the week before, maybe not so much last week, maybe last week was okay, and just don't get stuck in that negative rut. The interesting thing is you have the Ten of Spades coming in, which is all about an ending. I think if I had one thing to say to you this week, it's all about change. I think you'll be changing something this week, and I think you'll be happy to do it. This card always ends up positive. It always ends up like you being in a better position, you being much happier, and it doesn't, it's like right away. It's not something that takes a long time. It's like you finally figuring out, oh, I just needed to kind of shift this way a little bit, and like I said with this card, opening up your mind, figuring out where you need to kind of move over a little bit and change the way you look at a situation. And this card, it represents that. It represents the ending of a difficult period of time. And you making that shift and having it be very successful. Because next, you have the Five of Diamonds, which represents birth of ideas, more money coming in. Any ideas that you have, definitely take advantage of them. This is a card of, of starting businesses, of starting a new job. Great time to start new projects, because they will be very successful, and you will see a lot of success from these ideas that you have. And that Eight of Clubs is all about using your ideas to get what you want this week. Same with this card, same thing. And then next, finally, you have the Three of Hearts, which is a card of a great happiness. I feel this at the end of the week. I think you'll be working real hard at the beginning of the week because you maybe have figured out a little bit of a tweak, a little bit of your vision. Then I think at the end of the week you're going to be like just, happy, super happy, really excited about what you're doing, and, really excited about the direction that you are taking your life. So thank you for watching, and enjoy the week.